Hey guys, it's Kobe with Rural Bible Reviews, coming back at you again today with another Bible review. Today we are going to be looking at the New American Standard Single Column Reference Bible by Zondervan. It is the Premier Collection, and it comes in this very nice two-piece box. As you can see here, it says Premier Collection, and I love the silver and the how it looks and everything. They really made this feel like a super premium Bible. But the box is really, really nice. It's really, really sturdy. I'll flip this over here where you can see the features. You can pause the video there and look at it. But let me set this off to the side. And let's get to the star of the show here. This Bible, now this is a second printing. I had a first printing, and I'll show you the difference in a minute. But this goat skin is like very, very pebbly. I was opening my curtain there to get a little bit more light in here. It's very pebbly. It's very nice. It's very soft. I really do like it. But it has perimeter stitching, as you can see there. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 raised hubs, has gold stamping, says Holy Bible, New American Standard Bible, and Zondervan. It does come with 3 double-sided satin ribbons that are very long. 2 of them are black, 1 of them are red. It does have art gilding, and that's like it's gold, and then it's like I don't know, maybe like a salmon or a light pink underneath. Either way, it's really nice, especially at the price point of this Bible. You do have a calf skin liner, and you see there it says goat skin leather cover. Do have the gold perimeter. It goes all the way around. It is a edge-lined edition, of course. You open it up here, and of course you got these 2 pages that are together. You got 1 presentation page. It says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path," which is Psalm 119, 105. Flip over, and on that blue there, it's kind of got the same design that was on the box. So get to your title page, New American Standard Single Column Reference Bible. And then you get over here to your publisher's page. And like I said, this is a second printing of this Bible. It is printed in China. And it is super nice. This paper is 36 GSM. And let me tell you, it's Randy from Bible Buying Guide. He says it's kind of got I don't know, like a rough feel to it. And I kind of agree with him. It does have like a rough, like a coating. But it, like he said, it makes it easy to grab and turn. But as you go through, you have your preface, your principles, explanation of the format and everything, your abbreviations, and then you get right to it, the Old Testament. Now, this Bible, and it has an introduction. Now, what I like about this, it's not like, several pages on the introduction. You have your title and background, the author and the date of writing, theme and message, your outline, and then right to the text. And the text is the star of the show to me. It is, exclusive Zondervan, New American Standard Comfort Print typeface. Of course, it's done by 2K Denmark. It is line matched for, that way you don't have any ghosting or minimum ghosting. It is a verse-by-verse format. And if you'll notice, too, your page numbers and your headings up here, which book you're in, which chapter is in this maroonish, reddish color. Your headings of the section of Scripture is also in this red color, along with the beginning chapters. Now, your off to the side here in your references, it is also in that red color, but your verse numbers are in black. But what I like about them is that when even though it is a verse by verse, and you may start another section of Scripture in the middle of a heading or in the middle of a section, See that right there? That's in bold. And then see your next one, it's not as bold. So there, when it starts a new paragraph, it's in bold, so it makes a difference there. And then you've got these margins. Now, the original printing, it kind of went down in the gutter a little bit. Not real bad. There's some older videos out there that you can go to and look and see that shows where it ran down in the gutter just a tick. It really wasn't enough to be that distracting, but it did run down. So before you had 1-inch margins, now you got right at an inch. So they just basically just shifted it over a little bit, which, you know, like I say, if you get one of the first printings, it's fine. But, you know, you don't have much room at the top or the bottom. I mean, you have a little bit more room at the top than you do at the bottom. But but this paper, it can take underlining, highlighting, you know, like I say, because it's this 36 GSM European Bible paper, and it is very, very nice. Of course, this is a Smithsonian or Smithsonian Bible, which, you know, of course, adds to the, excuse me, adds to the durability of the Bible along with the edge lining. And let's just kind of flip through here, and I'll let you see a poetic setting. You guys know me, where I'm going to go. Right to the Psalms. And, of course, there's your introduction and everything. But there you go, the poetic setting. And I do like, you know, of course, the poetic setting is always verse by verse. But if you remember when I did the Topaz, did the ESV Topaz, the poetic setting was still just a basic verse by verse, whereas this is in a poetic setting. So it does that quite well. I really do like the way they've handled that there. So to me, they do that well. We'll keep flipping through here. Like I say, the paper is just, it's wonderful. It's, to me, and like I said, especially for your price point of this Bible, they do a wonderful job. If you're a New American Standard person, I highly recommend this Bible to you. I know I say that about a lot of my Bibles, but hey, I can't help it. I'm going to look too and get you some prices on this one. That way you'll know what you're looking at. Right now on Amazon, you can get this Bible for $127.68. It does retail for $199.99. And I looked beforehand. I couldn't remember exactly how much it was on Amazon, but Amazon is the cheapest right now. I don't think that, let me look and see, Evangelical Bible, which I've linked to them before, they may have it just a little bit cheaper. We'll look and see for you, because I want you to get your best deal. It's $125, so $2 less, you know. So, you know, if you got Amazon Prime, you know, might as well just pay the $2 more and get it in a couple of days. Whereas if you've got, if you don't, you know, you can go to Evangelical Bible, and I think it's like $5 maybe for FedEx. I don't know. Anyway, it's not very much, and they do a good job shipping. I've ordered from them before. But this Bible, like I say, it's very nice as far as the paper goes. I can't recommend it enough. It's one of my favorite New American Standard layouts. Now, I have heard some people saying I don't own one of the original Lockman side column references, but they say that there are some of the references missing in this one that's not in the original Lockman. But I don't know that the paper and the binding is quite as good as this one. Like I say, I'm not 100% sure, simply because I don't own one of those. I've never had one. And you'll notice, like I've showed you before on the New American Standard, if it quotes the Old Testament, it's in all caps there, so you can see that. This is a black letter text. We're in Matthew here. We're at the Beatitudes, you know, where Jesus is talking here. And you can see it as black letter. This Bible, you know, like I say, if you are a New American, I could see someone using this as a preaching Bible because of the single column. If you like a single column, I do. I do like the single column verse by verse. If you remember, I also did a review on the preaching Bible. I didn't do it in the Premier Collection. I do have the Premier Collection. I've got it sitting over here to the side, and I'll show it to you. That way you can kind of see the difference in the two. That way you can decide, you know, if you would rather have a single column or do you want a double column. Here's their double column, verse by verse. So just to give you an idea, you know, the difference in the two there, you know, which one you like. This one has a little bit bigger font. I think this is a 10 point, whereas this is a 10.5. But to me, this one reads bigger. You know, it's just got, you know, just a great font. And like I've said before, to me, this is my favorite font that 2K Denmark puts out. I don't know why. And like I say, if you belong to any of the Bible groups, there's a back and forth with it. People either love this font or they hate it. It seems like I haven't really seen anyone be in the middle with it. It's like, you know, you either love it or hate it. I don't know. I love it. I think it's really really easy to read, but that's just me. And we'll just keep flipping here. We'll get to the back. But these two, the preaching Bible and this Bible, you could, you know, if you didn't want to use this one as a preaching Bible, if you thought it was a little bit too big, because it does weigh a little over 2.5 pounds, you could use this for your study, you know, because of the references and everything. Because if you'll remember, in the preaching Bible, it doesn't have any of that. It's just basically the text, which that's what it should be for a preaching Bible. But you could use this one for your study and everything, and then use that one for your preaching. But anyway, you get to the back here, to the end of Revelation. And kind of like with the preaching Bible, you have your miracles of Jesus. You have the parables of Jesus. You have perspectives from the Bible, prayers of the Bible, promises from the Bible, and then you have your dictionary, concordance, and thesaurus all together there. It is a 3-column layout there on that. And it's actually a decent sized print. It's not real tiny like some of the other ones that you see like that, but to me it's pretty good. But anyway, we'll get to the back of it. And then you get to the last one. And then you've got several pages here of just blank paper. And it's still that same GSM. So, again, like what I talked about last week with the Scholar, the PSQ, if you wanted to, you could use this like as a travel log. If you took this somewhere, like if you were asked to preach somewhere, if you just went like to a conference or to a revival or something like that, you know, you could write down, you know, where you took it to, make it like your little travel log, or you could just use it for notes, because like I say, you got several pages. It would have been awesome if they would have lined it, or at least did a dot matrix on it, but they didn't, but that's okay. And then you get here and you've got your note regarding the type, letting you know that it was done by 2K Denmark and that it is a special font just for this Bible, or for the New American Standards, I should say, done by Zondervan. And then you get to the maps. Now, you guys know me and how I feel about maps. I don't like this glossy cardstock. However, I will say that these Zondervan maps, I do like the colors on these better than I do on, like, Crossway, for example. Even though this is a shiny, glossy cardstock, to me, it's not as generic looking or cheap looking because I like their colors better. Like I said, the Crossway ones kind of remind me of the old school Sunday school books, just kind of generic and just, you know, plain looking, like hadn't been updated since the 70s or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But they still make good Bibles, so that's okay. But like I say, these are really good maps, you know, as far as the color and stuff goes. There's no index or anything. And you get to the end, you've got your end sheets. Right there's your ISBN, which I'll show you on the box again. I'll pull it up here in a minute, let you see it. And then you get to the back, And you've got this supple, beautiful goat skin. And as you can see, this has got not a huge yap. It calls it a generous yap, but you could train it and it could fold over some if you wanted it to. Here's your ISBN on this if you want to pause it, and that way you can look it up. But again, guys, if you are a New American Standard person and you don't have this one, I recommend it. I will say that if this is a little bit too much for you, they do make this one in the leather soft, which is a little bit cheaper. I think it runs like 50 or 60 bucks. It only has 2 ribbons though, which I'm going to do a comparison video with this one, and then the leather soft, and then the Preachers here with the leather soft vet, you know, and show you the difference in it. See, it's got the matching ribbons like this one, the red and the black. One thing I wish Zondervan would have done with both of these Bibles, you got 2 black ribbons and a red ribbon. I like the red and I like the black. They could have made this middle one done like maybe like Holman does and made this gold to kind of go with the gold, you know, the gold stamping and the gold gilding. I think that would have looked really good and made it, you know, stand out a little bit more. But it's still fine. Like I said before, I'm a Georgia fan, so I'm all about me some red and black, silver and black, silver and red. I'm all for it. So these colors are just fine, but they are really nice angle cut ribbons. They are double-sided. They're not Beresford, but they're still double-sided satin. And they are long, and they are nice, and they are thick, and they are wonderful. And Crossway, take note, this is what you should be putting in your Bibles. But this is my review of the New American Standard single column or side column reference wide margin Bible. Like I say, you can pick this up at Amazon, Evangelical Bible, most anywhere you buy Bibles. You can look in the Bible groups. People have these. I also think at one point, and I don't think they're available anymore, but there was a brown edition of this. Everything was the same except for the cover. It was brown. And I think they're going for a little bit of a little bit pricey right now in the Bible groups because they only made a certain amount of them. I don't know if they'll make any more of these in brown or not. I like the black. Like I say, I'm kind of partial to black Bibles. I do like brown Bibles as well, but I like black more. But I have seen pictures of the brown in this, and it looks really good. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Look me up on Facebook and Instagram at Rural Bible Reviews. Share this video. I really do appreciate you guys watching every week and commenting, and for the likes and the, you know, shares and whatnot on social media. It means a lot to me. I'm not one of the big channels. You know, if I get there one day, great. If I don't, that's fine too. I'm doing this because I like these premium Bibles and I like talking about them. And like I say, I'm not always going to do premium Bibles. You know, I've done some other ones that aren't premium before. So, but anyway, that's my review. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And until next time, grace and peace.